Hi guys. Early December of 2018, I had a dream. I'm pretty sure it's from God. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to post it. I was thinking a lot about it, trying to understand it. And due to some stuff that's been happening recently, I've decided to post it. So, in this dream, it was John, his mother, and I. We were in this very small town. Houses were bunged up together, very close. No yard space, no personal space, no privacy, nothing. Um, it was very dirty. The alleyways were filthy, and bigger houses were falling apart. And it was just a very dirty place. So at this time, it was dark outside, and um, we were walking, and in an alleyway, we saw this couple that were abusing this infant child and just put it down, just put it in the alley and just walked off, left it. So I went over there and I said, I want to help this baby. I want to keep this baby. And John and his mother told me that I couldn't help that baby. I couldn't keep that baby. Um, Being a bit agitated and kind of frustrated and confused on why they wouldn't let me keep that baby, we just went ahead and started walking to the building that we were staying at. This building was a pretty dusty, um, pretty empty two-storage building that was falling apart. There were children, in dark corners all by themselves, and there's this little boy who just wouldn't quit, you know, looking at me. And he was one of them that were in the corner, and you can tell that these kids were dirty and hungry and frightened. They were scared. Well, shortly after we went in, we saw the couple that had that infant child, and the woman just threw the baby on the ground or on the floor and just left. So at this time, I was very, very angry. I ran over there, grabbed the baby, and took off to the alleys, and I ended up going into a alleyway and found a pretty good hiding spot for the little baby. So I put it there, and I turned around, and John and his mother were standing there, and I told them, I was like, I want to help this baby. I want to keep this baby. They said, no, you can't help that baby. You can't keep that baby. And I told them again, I want to help this baby. I want to keep this baby. And, they weren't being aggressive or rude or anything with it. It was kind of a soft way of saying, you can't help that baby. So I'm, angry, confused, and I tell them, I'm just going to go for a little walk. So in this alleyway, whenever I got to the end, I took a right, and on the ground I saw a baby doll. The baby doll was destroyed. The baby doll had its legs ripped off of it. The baby doll had, a gash in its head, and it hit me right then. The baby that I was trying to help was already dead. The baby that, didn't even make a cry. It was already dead. And I didn't realize that until I saw that. So now I'm furious. I'm destroyed. I'm hurt. And I have a lot of anger. I can feel so much anger. I can feel so much hate. I was literally wanting to just go and kill them for that. I felt so much pain. I decided to go for a little bit longer of a walk. By this time, the night was turning into day. As I was walking in the sky, there was a pretty decently sized white object that was, falling from the sky. And to me, the only thing that came in my mind was a white towel, because that's what it kind of looked like, was a white towel. And it was like just falling from the sky. Shortly after that, I saw Jesus on a cloud. He wasn't coming to me, and I didn't see his face or anything like that. It was way up there in the sky on his cloud going a different direction. And, in the background there's like lightning coming from clouds, and these huge gray naked angels came out of the lightning clouds and, went with Jesus. They were right there with him. I could also see little specks of white flying the complete opposite direction, and by this time I was, I couldn't believe it, and, I knew how everybody else was going to see him. I've always wondered that, and it's like something's going to happen to our eyes to where we can actually see that. I mean, he was so high up, and I could see him. It was like I knew exactly who he was, and, I could see the big angels. It's just the way that I saw him was kind of unbelievable. Why he was flying or going the opposite direction, I have no idea. Maybe he was, heading somewhere first. But anyways, as I'm seeing this, I feel this kind of emotion, and I start banging on everybody's doors. And I mean, they're really close together anyways, but I'm banging on their doors and I'm telling them, get outside, get outside. And I'm like demanding them, I'm being rough. And I wake up after that. The reason why I posted this is because recently something had happened, and I don't know if it's a sign or a coincidence. I just don't know. But I mean, it seems like everything's just falling into place. We were walking to a grocery store, and it's kind of windy, not too hot, not too cold. Anyways, we're walking, and this really happened. And this was like not that long ago, just a few days ago. Anyways, from above buildings, we could see this white object flying from the sky. We didn't know where it came from or anything like that, but I mean, it was high up there, and it was, flying, and it eventually fell, and that's when we saw that it was a white trash bag. So, after talking to somebody about this, they said, well, maybe that white object in your dream was a trash bag, because the place was very filthy. The place was very dirty. And, seeing this trash bag in real life, it was a brand new bag. Brand new white trash bag. And, we didn't even know where it even came from. Anyways, now, after seeing that, a few days go by, nothing else happens. And today I get on Facebook, and I had to re-see some things and reread some things that I've already seen and read before. Some of them are new. It's very, very heartbreaking very heartbreaking. I don't see how anybody could do this. But there were reports of babies being killed. There were reports of somebody stabbing a baby, putting it in the oven. It died. And, I saw other clips of where fathers had killed their 2-month-old babies because they were just agitated. And, even more. And, they're sick. They're really sick. And the fact that, I had that dream and I saw that bag and now there's babies, being killed. I know babies are being killed all the time, but it's all falling into place. And it's truthfully kind of scary. I don't know what to do. I don't know, who to tell, because I try to tell everybody that I can, and it's like nobody listens. Nobody really listens. I've went to people and I've asked those people, hey, can you let me know what this means? Hey, do you understand this? And it's nothing. Nothing at all. And that dream was only a month ago, and I saw that white thing flying from the sky. And I'm seeing so many reports of children being killed in disgusting ways. Like I said, they were stabbed, they were stomped, they were just everything you could think of. If you have any questions or if you have anything to say, please let me know. I really need to have somebody to talk to about some of this stuff and help me understand what's going on. I feel like the time is coming really soon. Really soon. Thanks.